Hi Pisces, hi Sagittarius, welcome in. We're going to take a look at your energy together and see what's going on for you all. Welcome back if you're returning back, and my name is Shannon. If you are new, glad to have you. Audio discretion advice. My channel can be intense and very sharp. All right, so I just like to tell you if you have those little ones around. Let's get started though. Sweetest Spirit, what is going on between Pisces and Sagittarius? The cards don't even want to, they just don't want to work my hands here. Show me Pisces and Sagittarius, please. What's going on with them? Past, present, future, what needs to be uncovered? Thank you. We have the Tower and the Hermit coming out crossing. This big shake, if somebody is in solitude thinking about putting a judgment on something, it's going to be a great big paradigm shift. And somebody could be having like a, oh my God, on the inside while they're in solitude, thinking about some stuff, knowing it. And now they've got to put a judgment on something. This is the letter Ein. And it's a pictograph of an eyeball, as it is about knowledge and knowing, because the 11th house goes back to I know. So this is analyzed. If somebody knows that somebody is in solitude, analyzing some stuff, and they know maybe they've been acting a certain way around you, and you know that they have some type of wisdom here on something that's going on as well. Hold on a minute. Did I have another one? There's the Queen of Cups. There y'all are, Pisces. Let me see if I can get this in here. I have freedom. Let me just say, if you're new, you won't understand this, but I have freedom of speech, government, and whoever the little Pisces or Sagittarius energy that's, don't want this reading to be known about. You have a right to get off my channel, and that's the only rights that I'm giving you. I have freedom of speech, okay? And the Most High God is going to bring a word out whether you like it or not. The Most High God, Jehovah Elohim, he is the one that judges on this channel. Like it, lump it, I don't care. But you're going to get off of my channel, government. All right, let's get back into the reading. So, the Queen of Cups, if she's upright, then she's able to tap into your intuition. If she's not, then she's a manipulator. Something filthy and dirty out here. If somebody has to analyze something that's going on, something is being exposed and known. And then we have the King of Wands coming out. So Sagittarius energy is here. If there is, somebody getting up, taking action, he also represents that as well. There is some type of a defeat that is going to be known about once some type of a judgment comes out. There's definitely a conflict between your energy, either between you two or an outside party that's bringing a conflict here. We have a legal matter for some of you all, because this can go back to a judge. A medical matter could be out here with the Hermit as well, that's known about or is going to be known or exposed. This is about exposure. Somebody could also have pictures out here to something as well, or be in the movie industry. Yeah, there's the Empress is out here. She can be a known figure as well. So if there's like a movie star energy out here, then something is out here around some conflict with something being exposed. Your mother could be here. Your grandparents could be here with the Empress. You could be showing up at the as the Empress, or somebody is looking at you as one. She does have a counterpart, and if she's upright, then she's upright. Otherwise, she's just a bunch of superficial, hey, look at me, stuck up snob type of energy. If there's a pregnancy situation, there's great big sexual energy, and I've had it come out today really, really big. The other man, the other woman, and it just came out. Somebody's cheating in the Aquarius reading. You do have Aquarian, and all three of these cards go back to Aquarius in the deck, and Scorpio energy, and it just came out really big. So whatever that is for some type of a sexual matter and a pregnancy, it's here. We also have a travel, and there's the pregnancy right here. If there was a child here and somebody went underneath the knife with that energy, then that's here. Otherwise, there is something medical just in general around a conflict out here that's known about. Okay. There's receptivity in love situations. And for some of you all, there have been some deceptions out here, maybe for several seasons. There's the eye. And like I said, the tower is the pictograph of the eyeball. Somebody sees something, it's emotional. I guess it's emotional. There is a death of a person here or a death of an idea. Okay. Somebody has a favorable testimony to something, then they do, or somebody's child's out here. That came out together. Somebody's crying because a child died as well. Then something's out here, whether it was aborted through the pregnancy, whatever has taken place. There has been an investigation out here. This is an investigation card as well. That would be known. And I had a reading that I did today, and it stated on the card an investigation that was widely known. This is great big exposure stuff. So it is showing that energy. So whatever that is, something's out here. Show me this communication, because the pages bring good news. Even if it's knocking a tower down, somebody's been in solitude to put that judgment on a situation. It's guided within this matter. There is definitely communication coming. It may be heartbreaking for some people, but it is going to bring a defeat, a known defeat on a conflict. It's being shaken here with the tower. Show me this information. Yeah, there's death out here. That could be secret communication. It's also FBI. And so that's what's coming out on the communication cards. The priest is here. It just came out in the Aquarian Scorpio reading. This is a spiritual person. This is somebody's morals and ethics. This is about getting a great big revelation to something, because it is the letter Hey. Somebody has something, because the second house goes to I have. And somebody knows what somebody has. This is I know I have. And somebody's created something out here. Somebody knows what somebody created, whatever it was, whether it be a child, a project, just situation. It's out here, and somebody's getting a great big revelation because they've been analyzing that secretly. It's known about here. There's a bunch of people out here. This word is a tomblet. So something's going to be exposed with this communication in a really big way. If something secretive has been exposed with a bunch of people, I mean, if this is secret society, because this goes back to society, then somebody's in backwards organization with that combination and the negative of it. And no wonder there's something, and we know that to be the case. We do know that to be the case for some stuff. It's nonsense. Somebody's been trying to catch somebody up, store them down for death purposes. What's your problem, man? There was somebody's also communicating about somebody's marriage, about the sick, because this goes back to your genitals. And so we look at the communication. Somebody's given a testimony about somebody who's married that had some sexual matter out here. And there is a pregnancy out here attached to that ordeal. For some people, you need to brace yourself. Show me more information here. Show me the star in the tower, that energy that's... So something about children is out here. It's coming out crossing. Yesterday, it was coming out in the reverse for some cases, and I'll read it both ways. This is about returning and forgiving. This is somebody from your past. This is children. This is anybody, any soulmate contract that you have in this life that's in your soul group connection. This is your past, and for some people, they can't come back because there's been death here, and somebody did have some real heavy communication today that was going to be spoken about. So somebody's speaking about death matters with children, because that child card came out with that death matter and the situation here. Then something's out here with that. So what's known is something about your soulmates, your children, or something's taking place that I guess you're going through that only you would know about the past. And somebody has been sitting in a stalemate, acting like they don't know something going on, and they do know, and somebody's had to go into solitude or has been in solitude and is fixing to come out with some type of a judgment on some matter out here, folks. It's going to take place from the heavens, because if somebody sits here and says, well, if I pretend long enough. No, it don't work that way, folks. It don't work that way. Okay, somebody's sitting here, turned a blind eye to some nonsense, or took a bribe and it blinded them and perverted their way and started a bunch of bullcrap out here. It's going to be judged, and there will be a decision made. You can't just sit there and say, "Oh, I'll just pretend." No, I don't think so. A bunch of people are going to pretend. I don't think so. The most I'm going to blast a bunch of people out of a situation. They may all die, for that matter. I don't know. That stored me out here, and that is also a prison card. But somebody also is seeing something from a different point of view, because somebody's like getting some type of big knowledge out here. There's the emperor there. This headship around some stuff really big, because it came out in a really huge way in the Scorpio Sagittarius, or excuse me, Scorpio Aquarius energy, and that's out here. And so whatever your connection with all that is, it's out here. What else do you want to bring out between Pisces and Sagittarius? Somebody's on a chain that they cannot get out of, and they think that they can just sit here and hold things up. And that's wrong of whoever that person is to do that to somebody. All because people are involved in it, or we're in a secret society, or because we're all involved in it. Whatever the matter is, death, that's very transformative energy. Very transformative. And somebody's morals and ethics are out here attached to these secrets. And it's crazy. There's something about poison here, because I see rats in the cup. And so rat poison, Pisces energy goes back to poison as well. Somebody did poison a child for some of your cases, and they died. Something's happened out here. Then some type of crazy energy is out here with that. Somebody does know the information. They seen it. They were involved in it. They took a bribe for it, whatever that is. Prison. Okay, well, somebody faces prison out here, folks. If somebody's being investigated, it's wrapping up, man. There will be a judgment to this. So somebody getting up and taking action on some kind of communication is going to pay off. There may be caution around the thing. Then find there's caution around the thing. This is bad luck and bad karma coming to somebody on a matter. But this also says to get up and take the action. It'll pay off. If somebody's out here doing some nonsense, and there's a caution because this freakazoid energy is out here, somebody needs to go to jail, folks. Somebody needs to go to freaking jail. What else you want to bring out here? Let me just get some words. So there is some special person or music or a adultery out here attached to something as well. However those energies are going for your situation. Give me some words between Sagittarius and Pisces, please. So there is a spiritual leader that is out here in your connection. It's right here. So for some people, they're upright. For some people, they're wolves in sheep's clothing. So only you know who you are. There are IT workers involved in something. It's right here. And they've been manipulating some nonsense. And that's unethical. Obviously, FBI tickles the wires. And somebody is under investigation. And that's for upright purposes to get a freakazoid out of the way. Then fine. I guess they can do whatever they want. But just to be doing some nonsense secretly and filthy, within some filthy nonsense around something going to be known about that. Somebody should go to prison for it. But anyway, IT workers are involved in some stuff. There's also same-sex stuff coming out. It came out real heavy yesterday. And the Most High, you don't have to like me, folks. This is not my word. This is the Most High God's word that says that it is eternal, perpetual, forever. It never changed, ever. And some people say, well, when Christ came, when Christ came, he blew up the law in such a way with the magnifying glass, and he didn't just say, if thou shalt not murder. He said, if you hate in your heart, boom, you're right there in that. Now, thou shalt not murder. You become a murderer in your heart. Okay, he magnified it. It didn't go away. All right, and so the same-sex nonsense that's filthy and dirty to the Most High God, because it's connected to pride. And he just brought out in the Scorpio Aquarius reading that everyone who's proud in their heart is an abomination. There is an abomination. This house right here goes back to same-sex stuff. And he wants people to know he didn't make male and male or female and female. He made them male and female, and then he told them to go be fruitful together. Okay. Anyway, hate me if you want. It's not my work. So most of that guy, you got a problem with, you really got a problem with him, not me. Don't shoot the messenger. Somebody says, I know that I lied. I didn't want to go to jail. But most I says there's going to be justice to something. Somebody knows something out here. And it's time to come clean and stop the nonsense, because it's affected a bunch of freaking people. I don't care what the caution is about it. Somebody knows that they face jail. A legal judgment. It's going to happen, man. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Underground cities. You may live in a city where there's underground cities attached to it. Maybe somebody's been secretly hiding out. They know the information. I don't know. Possibly. Something's going to be pointed out in a very big way. Also, the Most High says he's going to allow some crazy people to turn on themselves. And we got a bunch of them here. It's a tumlet out here. And they are crazy. This is a mental conflict out here. Okay, let them blow each other up. We don't care. We want, this is crazy and the negative of that energy. Okay, and this is the shepherd staff. The Most High is using his staff to protect his people. Let the crazies do what crazies do. The Most High is going to allow them to. A mental disease. Well, somebody got a mental disease. It's right here. Something around a date that was possibly hurtful. And the Most High says you need to talk with your kids. Okay, well, this death type energy came out with a page. He said that yesterday. It's important, people. It's important. Somebody also is a secret around children where sex matters are concerned with that. If you've got filthy dirtiness or an older person around your children or something like that, then there is molestation that did come out in that other reading. It's filthiness. You don't have a right to harm a child like that, you freakazoid. You're a disgusting society. If you all think that that's okay, why don't you just go ahead and just bring it on all out? Because you know that society would not accept that at all. That's filth. So there is something around, this just came out in the Aquarius Scorpio reading. There was a plot around a relationship here. It's shown right here. Somebody's got communication, secret communication about what that was. Somebody is going to get up for some of your cases, and the Most High is telling you to get up and talk about that, bring a favorable testimony about it. That's not okay for you to plot around a relationship or get married just to do some nonsense for money or whatever the case is. There's a plot around it. Somebody's been in solitude thinking about what that is or was, or they got caught up in it. Now they have to put a judgment on something. Something really bad's taking place. There's death out here in the stupid conflict. People are crazy nuts with mental cases going on, and somebody's having to put a judgment on it. Stupid. There's been looting out here as well. So the F and the, this is really the letter A, but it looks like the F. The F and the D, it's the Fed. The Feds are here, or they're involved in it. I don't know. However they be involved in it. If they upright, they should have showed themselves be upright. I don't know. But this is about looting, creative looting. This is a very creative house. The Pisces energy goes back to arts and music and, all that poetry kind of stuff. Real creative stuff secretly with IT workers and looting with a bunch of people. Now, is that all right? No, it's not. This talks about it's time to speak. And it is time to speak. Somebody is maybe secretly doing this, or you're being encouraged to get up and tell what you know. We got people that need to go to jail. There's prison out here. Twice it came out in wording out here that there's going to be a legal judgment on some nonsense out here.